Hey everyone, it's Amanda with TVI Tips from Amanda. It's been a while since I made a video, but I wanted to share something that I think is pretty exciting. Since I got my two assistive technology certifications last year, I've been spending a lot of my time doing AT evaluations on students who are blind and visually impaired. And a lot of my students need things like, or a lot of these students need things like access technology. So JAWS, laptops, Chromebox, magnifiers, CCTVs, that sort of stuff. But when we think about assistive technology, sometimes we forget that lower tech or medium tech is assistive technology too. And really anything that facilitates access to an environment or to an activity that somebody wants to complete that they otherwise wouldn't be able to participate in is assistive technology. So one of my colleagues and I are on an assistive technology team for Allied Instructional Services, and we were called in to work on an AT eval for a student who is really complicated and has a lot of needs. And through the assessment process, we were able to determine that some of the behaviors the team has been seeing are really the student trying to communicate no and communicate that the student doesn't really know when an activity is starting or ending and what's going to be happening when. And so even though the team knows that a calendar system or a schedule is really important, it's nice for a team to come in and look at the situation from the outside to determine what would really help the student have access to that schedule system and then help the team implement that system. So in front of us on the screen, we have 3 boxes for a first then finished system. In the first box, this student has phase 1 CVI. He can see some things, solid colors, lit backgrounds, that sort of thing, single colored lights. So in an ideal setting, this would have an InvisiBoard behind it or a black bulletin board paper, so there's no extraneous visual information on the screen, no clutter in front of him. But I have a green box I picked up from the Dollar Tree for $1.25, a red one and a blue one. They're all similar. I have used zip ties to connect the red and the green containers so that they're in the first then buckets. My son actually went to the store with me and helped me pick out 2 very different textures that were solid colors. So on the bottom of the first bucket, the green bucket, there is a black washcloth. And on the bottom of the red bucket for then, we have white shelf liner. So this student can be motivated by lights. So I also attached a small strip of they're called strip lights, LED strip lights they had tape on the back. So I mounted them inside the box with the cord going to the outside. They're battery powered with the little C circular batteries. And I'll show you on the next one. Let's see, click inside. There's a closer up image, another closer up image. So on this picture now we see the side of the green bucket where I have attached with Velcro the battery pack with the switch so we can turn the lights off if the student doesn't need to have the visual input, or if we're trying to target just one box at a time, we can turn the green bucket light on to alert attention to first, so the student will put his hands in and feel the object that signifies what they're doing first, and then we could turn that light off and maybe turn the red light on so the student is more independently accessing the boxes. And on this original picture, again, the finished bucket is on the bottom and there's no different texture in there because the student will just be dropping objects into the finished box. So if the student was first going to walk to the gym and then play ball, we would put his cane in first and then the ball in next or then. And this is so easily maneuverable. It's on a table that I created or like just used from my house, but this is something that the team could carry with them to the gym so that when he's walked to the gym, he puts his cane in finished and then checks next, oh, we're playing with ball, and that would be the actual ball he's playing with. So he can help organize those activities of what I'm doing when I'm finished with one activity and moving on to the next. And sometimes people don't realize that these sorts of things are assistive technology. We're assisting the student in accessing and planning a day. And so that is some of the things that we can do. And I'm just really excited for this system, and I hope it starts to make some changes for this team.